there you guys, welcome back. Welcome to the grow space. Let me just turn off this fan. It's blowing in my ear. I thought I'll leave it on because usually the sound doesn't travel into the microphone, but it's traveling into my ear and it's really irritating. And it's kind of cool, not in a good way. Cool as in cold. So I thought I would bring you down into the grow space. I know that we do videos in the grow space, but you're not actually looking at the plants growing in the back. I wanted to do a video just to say to you that if you set up a grow space in your basement and or anywhere really, and you brought in some tropical plants, for example the Thailand Giants. I know that a lot of you are growing Thailand Giants. When you bring them inside, they look really nice for a little while, and then they just start to lose the bigger leaves, they yellow, and you might get a spider mite infestation. It is a big deal with those guys. What I normally do, I should have been more prepared. I'm never prepared for my videos. I have this spray bottle. It's an old Coke bottle, and I buy these attachments from leevalley.com. I really enjoy these sprayers. It gives you a fine mist, or it will do like a regular jet as well. But I fill this bottle up with I don't know, maybe about a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups of rubbing alcohol, and then I do a splash of unscented soap. Soft soap is what I use, and then fill it the remainder of the way with water. And it's a very useful insecticide for your plants. So that's what I do down in the basement. Right now I have a spider mite infestation because 'tis the season, and I also have mealybugs and scale insect. And I am trying to be diligent with it now because I'm really getting fed up. So anyway, I just wanted to bring you down and show you that my plants are significantly smaller than they used to be, and they're not looking as pretty. I'll actually pick up the camera and we'll do a little bit of a walkthrough of the tropicals. That's probably the best because there's some things that you're not able to see. The Borneo Giant actually lost all of its leaves, and I was worried, oh no, did it die? Please don't die, because I spent a fortune on that plant. It was like $80, and I got it in the fall, so I barely got it time to enjoy it. But you'll see here that the bulb is still very firm, so I'm just going to make sure to cut back the watering like I already am. That's probably why it went dormant. But because of the light levels that we have in our house, these plants aren't going to thrive. So don't be alarmed if they start looking a little bit miserable. The whole trick is to get them to survive until spring. So now that the day lengths are getting longer, it's going to be easier to care for these things. Well, sort of. It's always hard in the house. So I go around, and with the elephant ears, you'll notice in the cracks of the leaves right here, where it meets the petiole, you'll notice a little bit of webbing. You might also notice, I don't know whether you're able to see, but there's flecking on this leaf. A little bit of yellowing, little dots all over the place, and that is a telltale sign of spider mites. But I usually can see the webbing. And then if I have the webbing, I pump this thing up. You can just use a regular spray bottle if you want, but I love these. It's got a little button, and I spray the top and bottom of the leaves. And this works for everything. I've been down here periodically, maybe twice a week, going through and spraying the crap out of all of my big leaves. I actually went through the other day, a green bin day, and removed all the dead leaves. So removing the dead plant material also makes less space for these things to hide. So you want to keep up with your just regular maintenance of your plants. And like I said before, I keep my plants on the drier side, because lower light levels means your plants aren't trying to grow as much, and if they are, they're really stretching. They're not going to be pulling up as much water as when they're growing outside. So something that really required tons and tons of moisture outside is going to require a lot less inside. just to avoid any rot. I've also got these Vanda orchids. Do you remember this one? This one was a little seedling. It's doing really, really well. It's beautiful green. And then this is the one that I got from the orchid show. It's Vanda Robert's Delight Black. AMAOS. But I just thought I'd show you these. I'm going to throw them in the bucket here to water their roots. I use this one as a weight to push this one down, because this one's only in a little pot, and I find that the roots are so long that it doesn't allow the plant to go down. But I end up soaking it in the bucket, and then I put this one in the clay pot on top of it, so it pushes it down so that all of the roots are able to get a drink. I'm crafty. So anyway, let's just take a look at the plants. I'm not trying to kill myself. The plants behind me, and I'll show you that they're not all that great, but they are going to survive, and they're going to live another year in the spring. Okay, so this is way up high. The bananas, this is the red banana, and it is crushed up against the ceiling. Not much you could do about this. I'm keeping it on the dry side. Spider mites, I've noticed that along the ridge here, when I spray it, not this one, but when I usually spray it, the water just beads up on top of the webbing. Let's see if it'll do it right now. I'll grab the stuff. So when I spray it, this leaf is clean, but in the past, you would be able to see a webbing, and I would just spray it with this until the webbing would disappear, and hopefully it's really doing the trick. Here is the ice cream banana. It started off really, really high, and you can see it's also crushed into the ceiling, and this leaf actually was growing into the lights. As you can see, it crushed up in there, and it's all folded and gross. Let's give it a little bit of a spray. Don't need any more bugs. So yeah, I had to really refat it to get it out of the lights, because it was just growing up and knotting itself. It was not looking so good. And but as long as it survives the winter and I can put it back outside, it's going to grow, and you'll never know that it looked so terrible. And then we have the Patara. It's looking not so great. Let me just put down this pesticide here, the rubbing alcohol solution. There's its new leaf. It's not looking so good. It's got flecking in the leaves. The underside isn't looking so good, but it's still alive. Again, when it goes outside, it's going to start looking much nicer. And then back here is the Borneo Giant. As you can see here, it's nice and firm. We've got nice growths going on here, so I'm just cutting off the watering. We just don't want it to rot at this point. And then we've got the Macrorrhiza, which is a cousin of the Borneo Giant. As you can see here, the spider mite damage, looking terrible. Oh well. And then we've also got the bananas right down here, the dwarf banana, and this is the what is it? It's the Thailand Giant. There we go. The new leaves look like they have some spider mite damage. You'll see the yellowing right here. That's probably spider mite. I don't see any webbing on the leaves, but actually, let's see if it'll pull in close here. Is it going to focus? No, it's not going to focus. You can see a little bit of the webbing right in the crack there. So I'll just go through and I'll spray the crap out of everything. This Thailand Giant used to be big and beautiful. Now it's just it is what it is. It's not doing anything really, and that makes me sad. But again, in a couple of months, it will go upstairs, and it's going to get more light, and it's going to come back, and it's going to be beautiful again. So anyway, stay tuned for more updates. There will be a lot more. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, the Plants and Things What's Growing page, as well as the regular Plants and Things page. And stay tuned for more updates. Happy growing, everyone! That's why when you buy them pre-done, if you want to know that it's going to start to grow right away, look for a bud that's already started, just poking through. This one took a few weeks